I am headed over next door to Marissa's. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning. The sun has finally started to come up. I am going to start a fire in the cabin and feed the kitty cats, usually later than I have been feeding them. She has been out of town this week for work, and I have been feeding them for her, taking care of the kitty cats. But usually I feed them first thing in the morning when I wake up at 4 before I go to work. It's gonna be a beautiful sunrise. But today I slept in a little bit, made coffee, had breakfast, and just decided to wait until it was daylight out, and then Kara went and took care of the chickens and the rabbits, and so that we don't have to funnel a whole bunch of dogs out of the cabin and worry about them, I waited inside for her to get back. Just makes things easier. So I'm gonna go take care of that. I haven't been doing a whole lot of videos lately. Quite a bit of it has to do with just my health, and the other part of it would be there's really not much going on. It's not even snowing really that much to get out and get on the tractor to move the snow out of the way. So I don't even do a video about that. I'm waiting on a couple boxes of pennies and a box of quarters to come in. I'm waiting for the bank to call me that they have them for me. But so far they haven't called. And it's been over a week. So I don't know if they forgot about me or if they're just having a hard time getting me some. So again, I don't even have that to put out on the video. And our chickens are happy and healthy and still giving us eggs. We get between 5 and 6 eggs a day out of them. We don't give them any artificial light. I believe just letting them slow down as nature intended is the best way to go. And last year, by this time, they had totally quit laying altogether. This year, we introduced a few more chickens. I know I'm not showing you any of my chickens. I really don't want it to get cold in there. None of them are outside. And it's a mess. It's a chicken coop. Hi ladies. Ooh, it's warm in here though. Nice bedding for you. Well, we introduced a few more this year, and they are continuing to lay for us. Nice and happy and healthy. And yep, it's just a chicken coop. It has 2 rooms. So I'm not going to leave the door open on them. But they do have access to the outside right there if they want to come outside, but they don't today. It's not sunny enough. I think when the sun comes up, they'll come out. And if you remember, this is the coop that the new chickens came in, and it's just shut down. We're not using it right now. They're all in that one coop because that coop has insulation and we can keep it, you know, without having to do anything to warm the coop up. It stays warm, especially since we have so many chickens in there now. We can keep it pretty nice as long as it's not 0 outside. Like right now, it's plenty warm enough. It's almost too warm in there because it's in the 30s outside. But even when it was getting down into the 0 temperatures in the morning, we could keep it warm in there just because of the bedding letting off heat and the chickens letting off heat. It works out really good for us. The only time we use heat lamps, there they are, here they come out. The only time we use heat lamps is if it gets below 10 degrees. If it gets below 10 degrees below 0. Sorry, I was stumbling over my words there. And then it'll just be on just to get the coop back up to temperature a little bit, and we just monitor it. And we'll usually, if it gets below 20 degrees below 0, we'll leave the heat lamp on at night. And we use a red light heat lamp, which is supposed to make it so that you don't mess with they don't see the light. Supposedly, I'm not sure, I'm not a chicken, I don't know this for sure. And my chickens don't talk to me. But, uh-oh, there goes a fighter jet. Won't be able to see it because of the cloud cover, but definitely hear them. Heading north. And just look at that fire. What a beautiful fire. A lovely fire. A nice warm fire. I'll be throwing another piece of wood on this fire here pretty soon. And here are the kitty cats that I get the pleasure of feeding when Marissa goes out of town for work. 3 of them total. And they all love the fire just as much as Marissa's gonna love it when she gets home. A little bit of time inside. Got a nice warm fire going. Marissa will have a nice warm cabin to come home to. She gets back today. And I just enjoyed some time giving the kitty cats some loves. So now I'm gonna head back over and see about getting some more food in my belly. We got at least one chicken brave enough to come outside saying, "Where's my treats? I want some treats." Uh-oh, I'm not doing very good filming, am I? Let's see if we can. There. In between the gate. Yeah, they'll make their way in and out as they see fit today. The more the sun shines, the more they'll be out here. Happy girls. Happy girls give us delicious eggs. There's what the hillside looks like right now. Pretty bleak. Just a couple inches of snow on it. Not a whole lot of green out there. No leaves for sure. Wrong time of year for that. Everything looks dead, but it's not. It's just dormant, waiting for summer. Or at least waiting for spring. So today is the 7th, and we are just 14 days away from the winter solstice, which means 14 days from now, our days start getting a little bit longer. For the next 14 days, we just keep losing a little bit of sunlight every day. It's not so bad though. It's little chunks at this point because it's just about ready to flip and start going the other direction. And every day we'll gain a couple seconds, and it'll build into a couple minutes, and eventually it turns into bigger chunks of sunlight every day. So the funny thing is, so December is December 21st is the solstice, the winter solstice. Everybody says that is the beginning of winter, or at least my calendar says that. But for me, that's the middle of winter, because that's where we start getting our daylight back, and we're over the hump, headed into spring as far as I am concerned. I don't go by what the calendar says. I go by what the weather outside says. And sometimes spring doesn't happen until May or June, and sometimes spring happens in March. So you never know. It's all what the weather is doing. It's how I look at it. Definitely looking forward to longer days. It's not too bad, the weather right now. January, it usually rains quite a bit in January on us for some reason. And February is usually the coldest month of the year for us. And then we start popping into March and things start warming up. And hopefully we have an early spring, because so far it has been a very mild winter, at least as far as snowfall goes. Doesn't mean that January, February, and March aren't going to dump on us. That has happened in the past as well. You have a light beginning of the winter, and then all of a sudden you just get dumped on all at the end. You never know until it happens. So my plans for today are just stay warm, be happy, live my best life, and most of it's going to be inside. I have one box of nickels I could go through, but I just been doing that, a roll here, a roll there. I don't get too excited about the nickels because I don't find a whole lot with the nickels. I don't save very much. As far as nickels, they have to be 1950 or older for me to save them. So you don't find very many of those. But other than that, I can't really. I might get outside for a little while and smash some soda pop cans that I collect from people. People give them to me. I smash them and take them in to recycle them eventually when I get enough of them. I have quite a pile built up since it's been colder. I haven't been smashing them as I get them. So I might get out and do that while the sun is shining and try to get a little bit more exercise than I've been getting lately. Most of my exercise lately has just been coming from work. I don't do very much when I come home. And that's got to stop. It's got to change a little bit so I can hopefully start getting some stamina built back up in my breathing and get a better breathing pattern going. We'll see what happens though. That's where I'm going to call it for this video. I just want to thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I am out.